Hi there, welcome to 9 to 42. I'm Andy Hillier, and today I'm going to take you through the differences between Fender's main two guitars, the Fender Telecaster and the Fender Stratocaster. Okay, let's get started. So, the first biggest difference, obviously, is the shape. Okay, so let's take the Telecaster first. Quite a simple design, block of wood. We've got a curve out at the bottom of the guitar here, which enables us to put it on our right leg. It sits quite comfortably. We've got this, what we call a cutaway, on the lower part of the guitar, which enables the hand to get up to high access to the higher notes on the fretboard. We've got a bit of a cutaway here, but not much. It enables a little bit for our thumb to go there, but it does kind of get in the way when we go higher up. Completely flat on the back, completely flat on the top. Quite a simple design. So in contrast to that, we've got the Fender Stratocaster. Now we've still got this curve on the bottom of the guitar, which sits nicely on your leg. We've got this cutaway down here, which enables higher access, but we've also got a cutaway now at the top of the guitar here. So it makes it even easier to get up to the higher notes. So we sometimes call that a double cut or double cutaway, because it's cutaway at the top and at the bottom. And then probably the biggest difference of the body is the contours. So we've got a contour, or like cutaway, on the back of the guitar, which sits nicely against your body. And the other cutaway is on the top of the guitar, which enables our arm to go, and it fits a bit more comfortably to the body. So your arm goes across and it sits nicely on this cutaway on the top, or the contour on the top. And that's probably the biggest difference between the bodies on the Stratocaster and the Telecaster. It also has slightly more curved edges, so it's not as sharp on the corners. It's a lot like more rounded round everything as well. So the next big difference between the two guitars are the bridges. Now the bridge on a Telecaster is a fixed bridge, so it doesn't move up and down. Big section of metal with brass or steel saddles, which help with the twang. And the strings just go straight through the guitar, just fix straight in, come through. Nice simple design. Now on the Stratocaster, we have a vibrato system. So the bridge actually moves up and down. And if you take like the back plate off the back of the guitar, you can see the springs. So they're fixed into the body here, and then they move up and down, and then it has a pivot point. On the older guitars they used to have 6 screws, but on this one it has 2 screws, and it just pivots on that, so it pulls up, it makes the strings go, like the tension like reduce, and that makes the pitch of the note go down. So you can play a note, pull on it, and the note goes down. You can do all different types of tricks. We've also got, instead of having 3 saddles like on the Telecaster, we have 6 individual saddles, which helps for intonation. You can move them up and down, and you can individually adjust the height of each string as well. Onto the pickups and the electronics. Now the Telecaster has 2 single coil pickups. The Stratocaster has 3 single coil pickups. The Telecaster has a 3-way switch to switch between the different pickups, and the Stratocaster has a 5-way switch. Both have 1 volume control. The Telecaster has 1 tone control, and the Stratocaster has 2 tone controls. On the Telecaster, the bridge pickup, this is what makes the Telecaster. Sounds quite a bit different to the Stratocaster bridge. It tends to be a higher output. It kind of kicks the front end of the amp a bit more. It gives a nice warm, kind of twangy kind of sound, if that makes sense. I'll do some demos of the sounds at the end. So the bridge pickup, it tends to be a bit bigger, it tends to have a few more winds on it, so it tends to have slightly higher output. They also have steel plates on the bottom of them, which I think helps increase the output, and also having it in this metal case, that affects the sound of it as well. The Stratocaster bridge pickup, I'm never really a fan of this. In fact, on all my other Strats, apart from this one, I tend to put a humbucker in the bridge for like a big fat sound. But the traditional Strat single coil in the bridge position just gives quite a thin sound, quite punchy, but it's not my favourite sound on the Stratocaster. Now, the thing we don't get on the Telecaster is a middle pickup. Now, the middle pickup is great. On its own, I don't use it that much, but in combination with either the bridge or the neck, it gives this in-between sound, which is really, really cool. Actually, the original Stratocasters never used to have that in-between sound. But But what people found out was if they put the switch in between, like selecting the two pickups, they got a sound where both pickups were in at the same time, and they thought it sounded really cool. And then obviously Leo decided to put that on his guitars. Now onto the neck pickup of the Telecaster. Now this is smaller than the Stratocasters. It tends to sound a little bit muffled, maybe a bit warmer than the Stratocaster. Again, the sound is not just one thing, it's actually a combination of everything. But the pickup does make a massive difference. So you get kind of a warmish kind of sound. It sounds very different from the bridge, actually. It's a massive difference between the bridge and the neck pickup on a Telecaster. Now onto the Stratocaster's neck pickup. This is the winner, this is the one, this is what sounds awesome, this is why we love it, or this is why I love the Stratocaster. Sounds real nice and punchy, crisp, clean, bell-like, cuts through, sounds awesome. It's still warm, especially compared to like the bridge pickup, but it's just a really nice three-dimensional kind of sound. Sounds great. Okay, let's hear some tones. So I'm going to start with the Telecaster, and I'm just going to roll through the bridge pickup, and then a combination of the two pickups, and then the neck pickup. Okay, here we go, bridge pickup. Onto the Stratocaster. So here we go, bridge pickup. Bridge and middle. Middle. Middle and neck. And neck pickup. So I've just changed from the blue Stratocaster to this Stratocaster, just because the pickups in the blue one are what we call lace sensor pickups, so they're a little bit different. So this one has got, although it's got a humbucker in the bridge, it's got more traditional single coils in the middle and the neck. Here's the humbucker in the bridge. This is the middle pickup. This is the middle and the neck. And the neck pickup. Let's try a little lead line. We'll start with the bridge pickup. Both pickups. Neck. Middle. Neck. Neck and middle. So that's the Fender Telecaster and the Fender Stratocaster. I love them both, but I have to say I'm probably more a Strat guy than a Telecaster guy, just because I've had them for ages. And especially with a humbucker in the bridge, it's just such a versatile guitar, perhaps a little bit more versatile than the Telecaster. That's not to say the Telecaster's not a versatile guitar, you can play lots of styles on this, but I'm a bit of a Strat guy. Although I bought this Telecaster about a year ago now, and I'm tending to pick this up all the time. It's a more simple instrument, it's just straightforward, you just got two pickups, you just pick it up. I love the fixed bridge, it doesn't detune the other strings when you bend a string on this. but I love them both. They're both great guitars. Go and buy one of each. If you've got a Stratocaster, go and buy a Telecaster. If you've got a Telecaster, go and buy a Stratocaster, and then you can think about buying another guitar. Cool. Well, if you've enjoyed this little video of mine, if you could subscribe to my channel, which is 9 to 42, I'd really appreciate that. If you've got any ideas for videos, I'd really appreciate that if you could put them in the comment section. Any comments as well, just put them in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, and hopefully I'll see you again.